last thing I wanted to chat with you was I read the story about how you transformed 300 staff into kind of unified high performing culture. And I think we talked about like the details of that, because if you're doing everything you've already talked about, you will have the culture that will be scalable and irresistible to the buyer, right? If they want to buy the company. But I don't want to assume anything. So is there anything that you think you should add to that? Because that's also very interesting.
Yeah, I'll add to that on culture, because culture gets confused and mistaken, and values as well. So our corporate culture is the behavior that is approved implicitly and explicitly. That's it. Doesn't matter what it says on the website or on the walls of the office. What the behavior approved implicitly or explicitly is the corporate culture. And our culture does not come from our values. Our values are the behaviors we let the world see. And so our values actually come from our culture. So if we are a client-centric organization, right? That's a good corporate.
Right.
We're a client, right? Except at the end of every month and every quarter, our clients are getting bombarded by messages from our salespeople trying to pressure them into closing deals and offering them discounts that they never asked for, but are happy to accept. Are we really client-centric? Because we're not showing that to the world. What we're telling the world is we're a high-pressure sales organization.
Right.
Who is willing to play along and be nicey nice and trusted advisor for like the first 2, maybe 3 weeks of the month. But as soon as it comes to the end, of the month, or the end of the quarter, we are going to be ramping up that pressure. Well, we have a disconnect between words and behavior, and behavior speaks louder than words. So one of my colleagues years ago told a story about his daughter turned 13, and he had all the anxieties that a parent has when their child becomes a teenager, boy or girl. And he went to one of his clients, who was a CEO of a very large company in his area. And he said, "Hey, I know you have older children. One of them is a daughter. Like, how do you handle this? Because I'm going crazy." And the CEO said, "All you need to tell her is, don't listen to what the boys say, watch what the boys do." And I think that is an absolutely brilliant piece of advice in really any human-to-human interaction, because if the words and the behavior are incongruous, I'm going to go with behavior every single time, because it's like when we play sports and we're taught to like watch the center mass, because this is the hardest to fake out. We can't fake out our behavior. Our behavior is an indicator of our true values and our true intentions. So I will encourage everybody, if you're leading sellers, or if you've got a leader who's maybe, incongruous, their behavior tells you everything that you need to know. And it might be disappointing.